On or around October 15th, 2020, I had a massive dream about someone else. Something is happening. It's nighttime. I'm in an apartment um, type of situation, an upstairs apartment. I know that for sure. It's not me. I'm looking through someone else's eyes though, and I see the person's husband who is laying in the bed. There's a room with a double bed in it, or a queen size bed maybe. The a baby's crib, like within a pathway between them, and someone is sleeping. There's a lot of people who live in this apartment, a large family. There's a young girl, possibly in her 20s, who has a young child, a little girl, and they're sleeping, and the little girl's sleeping with her, um, uh, like a baby, like maybe 6 months old. Um, there's another little boy who is like a toddler there, 2 or 3, and I'm just saying that I'm just feeling that this is what's happening in the situation. The person that I'm viewing through is a woman of about, I'm thinking she's close to my age. I'm 50, so I'm thinking she's like between her 40s and 50s. And when um when I come into it, I see her looking into the bedroom. She says something to the husband. I don't catch it. He leans up on an elbow and says something back to her. And then she goes in and is in the bathroom. And I'm not sure if she's using the bathroom, but the way the bathroom is set up, she's sitting with her back to the door, and the door is open. And mind you, it's late at night, like middle of the night. There's a mirror, a whole vanity type, long vanity type with a single sink, and a big mirror on above the sink, like the whole wall is in like a mirror, and the a smaller piece of mirror below it, just above the counter, that is our sliding. I believe they're sliding glass cabinet doors, but they're also mirrored. There's a dark spot to the right. It looks like maybe another piece of room off of the bathroom in there, storage maybe, I don't know. And it seems like there's something beside her to the right that could like maybe a washer and dryer or a storage space. I'm thinking it's a washer and dryer because of the size of it. And the door, like if the door opens, it bumps into the washer and dryer. If you try to swing the door all the way open, the door opens into the room. She is. It seems like she's either on the toilet or she's kneeling, doing something, maybe clothes or something. I don't know why she's up in the middle of the night doing this, but this is what she's doing. And there's over the light. I can see the light is just over her head, like in the middle of the ceiling. And a toddler boy startles her. He comes up behind her and startles her. And it's not one of the children from the house. So she's surprised that this little boy is there. She knows of the little boy, but she's surprised that he's there. Anyway, he's got like a little sweatsuit on. It's like when a child wakes up in the middle of the night and they're groggy, but he came right up to her and he's happy. So he's soaking wet though. He's completely soaking wet, and she starts to change his clothes. I see she's cleaning him up. He's a mess. His clothes completely soaking wet, even his shirt, and he's has feces on him. So she's cleaning him up. I see she's holding the boy, or he's standing, or she's holding and he's bent over a little bit, and she notices his back is, the only way I can describe it is almost, I won't say psoriasis. It seemed like when you brush burn your knee, really bad, and there's white scabby areas and dark red irritated areas underlying, and it's like this the child's whole back. And she's cleaning his bottom, and I can see that there's the feces like at the top of his coccyx, the bone of the butt, and he has like a wound on his bottom, right at his coccyx area, right above the butt, on the butt crack where the butt crack starts. And she's trying to clean him, and there's like bloody like area, just a little, where it's like neglect. I don't know what they put it. It looks like a neglect issue from an old injury. What I'm thinking in her, I feel her thinking, oh, this is from what happened before or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened to this child, but or if the skin on his back was just a condition, or maybe even his bottom. I don't know. But anyway, she cleans him up and puts him to bed in one of the cribs. That's the first flash that I see. And then the next thing I know, I'm like in her living room, daylight. There's two other women there. I think they are part of the family. This living room, the view I'm seeing, there's two couches, love seat style couches. There's a corner, and each their arms are almost touching to the corners of these couches. The couches have throw pillows. I see her adjusting them, and she's anxious. Something's happening, something about this child. Something's happening, and I believe there was like a court situation. I don't know for sure, but I know that this family of this boy the father is very angry at her, and I feel it. I hear him yelling. They live in an upstairs situation, so I can hear, like, it's coming from down the street. She can hear it, and she's getting anxious, and there's like a whole bunch of people trying to hold this man back, and he's very angry, and he's coming there about his son. I'm not sure. I didn't see the details in between, so it makes it hard. But I see her adjusting those pillows. It's like pillows, and like the couches have like those crocheted blankets, colorful blankets, draped over them, like throws or whatever. I know a lot of older people do that, so I'm not sure. But these two couches both have that, with a lot of throw pillows and stuff like that on them. And I see her adjusting them at any rate. So she hears this, and this room is open till it's like an apartment where like the kitchen is open to the living room, and there's a table I see from the farther side of the room to the left. I'm facing the door. One couch is behind me, one is to my left, and the kitchen area attached is to the left of me. I see there's a light over, like just above the sink area, shining over. I don't know, it's daytime, but I see this, like it must be dark in there without, because there's no window over there, an enclosed area with no window where the kitchen is. And there's a baker's rack sitting there, to the wall, the same door as the wall, same wall as the door, should I say. And there's a table that like comes out towards the living room area a little bit. It's cluttered with all kinds of stuff. There's some plates on there, must have been from whoever ate for breakfast. The plates are still there. There's papers on the table. There's appears to be a box. Well, let me stop right there. Before she sits down at the table, there's this man, and there's anxiety happening here, where they're not sure if this guy's going to come in and try to hit her. Violence. That's what it seems. It seems like something happened in a court or something, and this man his family is trying to calm him down before he gets there, but you can hear in the distance this happening, and he's yelling and screaming painfully, like he is hurt because of what has happened to his son. Or about his son. And so after this I see him come in, and he is the woman I'm seeing through the eyes, she is either white or has maybe Hispanic. Um, I'm not positive on that note because it's not like I see her face. I mean, I saw part of her reflection, so I believe her hair was like a light brown color, um, up in a clip or a bun. When I do see a piece of her in the mirror, um, in the bathroom clip that I flashed in my head. Well, the man that comes is it's a black family because I see some of them outside. Somehow the front door is open. She must have already let him in. He's calm now, and he sits across the table from her. She is sitting at the side that's facing the door and the baker's rack and all that. And the door is slightly ajar, and there I see black ladies, like middle-aged type ladies sitting out there. They're like family members. I feel they're family members of the child in this man's. The man is a medium stature. He's not a big man. He's not, his skin is a medium tone. He's not real light but not real dark, and he has short hair with a little bit of hair on top, but like a fade kind of thing. And his hair is curly, like I don't know if it's got knots on top, something like that though. And his eyes are lighter brown. They're a pretty gold light brown, and he only appears to be around in his 30s. He seems to have, I found a focus on his mouth. I think he had some gold teeth in his mouth, and he's got jewelry on. Not a lot, just like a gold chain around his neck. There's an emblem on it, but I can't place it. It's not clear. He is very frustrated. He sits across from her, or me, whichever you want to say, and we're both sitting at this table. There is a box full of like papers and stuff on the table, so it's kind of a cramped table. There's this box with and it's beside her to her left. Her hands are up on the table. He takes a wad of money. I believe she's being paid for babysitting, and he gave her the money even though something had happened. Is what it is what I see. She looks confused. She looks at it. I see her. She glances down and looks at it, like not understanding, and then he glances back at the family members and says, "See, I told you I was okay." So he must have told them he'd calmed down and he'd be okay to talk to this woman. Well, he turns and I don't hear exactly what he's saying. So that's what makes it so hard, is that I can't be clear on what really happened to this little boy, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What I am sure of is this woman was supposed to be babysitting this boy. Someone from the family, relation to the family, I'm believing it was a cousin or something to this man or his wife. That's what I'm feeling. Brought him to the house earlier in that day or that night, and asked her to watch him. And she was reluctant, but then she said yes. I mean, I don't see that happening. I don't actually see that happening, but this is what I feel. Sometimes in these dreams and these visions and things, I will feel. They don't have to say anything. I can feel what each person is feeling. Well, this is what I'm getting from this, is that she forgot. She was busy. She's got a big family. She's got a bunch of kids running around playing. This boy was probably running around playing whatever. Or he was asleep, possibly. I'm thinking maybe he was asleep. That's why the wet clothes, because he had slept for a long time. But she forgot he was there. He was in a bed, and she forgot he was there. So when he wakes up in the middle of the night, this boy has been, like, for hours, like he wasn't even there. And I think that has something to do with this. I'm not positive. But seeing the neglectful or whatever condition this boy was in to begin with before he got in her care, something has happened. Something has happened with courts, maybe child protective services. I'm not positive. But something has happened between these two families. And the woman is regretful. She's thinking in her head, she tells this man at this table that I don't even know. When she sees his face, she doesn't know who he is. She doesn't. It's a new face to her. So she had someone brought this child to her and to watch. And she is confused because this man is mad at her. She's confused and she's telling him, I've never seen is upset. He is hurt by what is going on. So I'm feeling like maybe the child had some neglect issue going on prior to getting into her care for that night. And maybe she called CPS. Maybe she's the one who called CPS thinking that they did something. But somehow I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like something happened after she had the child, after the child was picked up. Because she never saw this man's face before, the father that comes to her and sits and talks to her. I feel like this is her first time meeting this man. So someone else had picked the child up, and something ensued after that. And I didn't see a courtroom or anything, but I feel it. I feel like there is a court situation, like maybe someone took their child, and somehow there's a blame being laid on her. This little boy could only have been about between 1 and 2 years old, maybe a little older than 2, but he definitely wasn't. I didn't hear him talk. He was running just like a toddler, so he was probably only maybe a year and a half to 2.5. I'm not certain, but I do know that whoever this woman is, she's going to be in a bad situation, and so is this family, for no reason. So I hope this gets to someone, that something like this is going to happen to you or to this family. If anybody from either side, just please heed my warning. Something is going to happen, and this could be avoided. This whole thing could be avoided, I believe.